Morning. Now, is going to a car dealer the only way to buy your new car? Of course it isn't. There's loads of different ways to do it. And I've spoken in the past on other videos about how I see the future of car buying going. And to be honest, it's very much like buying a contract on your mobile phone. I can see that happening. But that's not the discussion for today. What's got me excited about today is Hyundai have announced that you don't have to go to their dealers to buy their new Kona EV. You can buy it online. Now, of course, that has some pros and cons, but I thought, let's have a look at their website, let's go through the process, and let's see just how easy that is today. Love it or hate it, we've all had to go to car dealerships to buy our cars, whether it's a second-hand dealer or a main dealer where we buy a brand new car. And for me, yes, I enjoy a bit of a haggle, and I always like the final, well, let's do the deal if you can add mats and flaps. That's always my final one. Stick out your hand, go quiet, wait for the shake. It doesn't always work, but 9 times out of 10 it does. And you feel like you're walking away with just a little bit more than you would have had otherwise. It's not to say that they weren't going to do that anyway, but matters not. A lot of people don't really enjoy that process. And for me, moving forward, I genuinely think that car ownership is going to be more of a shared experience, and it's going to be more about buying into a contract to share a car, certainly when autonomous driving comes along properly. But for now, I've seen numerous manufacturers, which are generally out of my price range or not available here in the UK, that have made their cars available on their websites to buy. So you can have it delivered to your driveway. You don't even have to go to a dealer to pick it up at all, which is great news for a lot of people. Now, yes, you probably have to put up with the price that's in the book, and you don't get any extras unless you pay for them, of course. But let's put that aside. Let's just see how easy that is with a company that certainly are going to start making cars that will probably fall into mine and a lot of other people in the UK's price bracket. So I've got my laptop ready. Let's log on to Hyundai's website and I'll take you through it. Come on in. So as you can see, this is where we start. We're just on their front page as far as their Kona Electric is concerned. You can see the web address there in the top bar. On here, if we scroll down, we can see all sorts of bits and pieces about the Kona EV. We can tailor it, we can do all sorts of bits and pieces. It's all very nice, but that's not what we want to do today. We want to buy one, and you can see here, as I scroll down, the little buy tab clicks down. So let's click on that and see what we've got. So click to buy, the smarter, easier way to buy a car. Let's hope so. How does it work? Simple and quick, all right? We'll be the judge of that. Let's get started. Just before you take you any further, it will not show you any financial promotions. Instead, you'll need to bill. So basically, it's warning us that if there are promotions going on, this is not going to show it to us. This is just a one-stop. This is what you pay. Like it or leave it. So let's go on in and have a look. So we start off with, do we want to part exchange a vehicle? Well, no, let's not do that today. Let's just get straight into it. And here's our different ways of being able to buy the car. So cash, PCP, conditional sale, or personal contract hire. Let's keep it simple today. Let's just go in. Let's say we've got cash to spend. So how much have we got to spend? Well, I know they're not particularly cheap. So let's put in here, should we put £35,000? That should give us something. And then it tells us that based on what we've put in, there's a number of different options. We can see the i10, i20. I'm guessing it's taken us just to their general buy online website. We want the Kona Electric, so let's narrow it down to that. And here we are. So, right, so here's all the different options. We've got the, up the top here, the Premium SE 64 kilowatt hour, the long range one. And down the bottom here, we've got their 39 kilowatt hour ones, which are their, I think they call it their standard battery, as opposed to the short range. And interestingly enough, we can see all available in 24 weeks, apart from the Kona Electric Premium 39 kilowatt hour one, which is available in 7 weeks. So that's not too bad at all. But 24 weeks is pretty standard, looks across the range. Okay, so let's choose one of those. Let's go with I'll tell you what, let's go with the cheapest of the long range ones, the electric premium, 64 kilowatt hour, which is £29,495. Bargain. Tells us a bit about its features. We can have a look at the full model details if we want. Cash price £29,495. No part exchange, no vouchers, available in 24 weeks. Here we got a chance to do some personalisation, so pick our colour. Okay, so that'll be interesting. So it comes with a solid paint colour, which is, I think it's quite a nice looking car like that. 24 weeks delivery. Let's see if we put metallic paint on. So it'll cost us another £565 for metallic paint. And we are looking at, no matter which one we choose here, yeah, they're all 24-week deliveries, so that looks to be pretty standard. We don't have much option on the interior colours. I quite like that white as well, but yeah, let's stick with our base colour. No choice for any accessories to add there. We can look at the service plan. That's something we could, if you're interested in, you can look at. That's not what we're here for today. Still asking me if I want to part exchange anything. I don't at the moment. I want to continue. So affordability declaration. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking here if I couldn't afford it, honestly. I've reviewed all the payment plans. Yeah, these are all just standard things to keep them out of trouble if I should complain later. Had an opportunity to review any other options available to me. Let's continue. So far, so good. No part exchange, so another review of where we are. Here's some details about me. I'll scroll through those. And now, here's our next option. We can pick up from the dealer, or we can choose a home delivery for £250. So my closest dealer, I can choose where I want to go. I can go into that. That is my closest dealer there in Poole. And here we are, we can choose a handover date. So 24 weeks is looking like the end of January 2019. And there's some various times. So I can go to my dealer on one of those times, on one of those dates, and pick it up. Can we go back and choose, if I go back and choose home delivery, and again, if I choose home delivery, exactly the same times and dates, no problem at all. So let's just choose one there. A nice midday handover on the 21st of January. That'll brighten up the new year after we're all fed up after Christmas and the New Year festivities. Something to look forward to. So there we go. There's all our prices again. Bit of a contract there. Do we ever read the contracts? Of course we don't. Proceed. What have we got next? That, by the way, you should read the contracts. Don't just proceed. You should read that. So summary, we've got how much it's going to cost, no part exchange, no vouchers, delivery charge of £250, so a total of £29,745. Nearly done. Put my payment details in. That's where I'm going to stop. Well, I have to say that is incredibly easy. I potentially could have just bought a car there in, what did that take us, 5 minutes? That's scary actually, isn't it? But if that gives us some different options, then surely that's a good thing. And for me, would I be comfortable doing that? Well, yes, I would. But I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing it if it was a car that I had never sat in. So I think there is still a place for main dealers. And I think that we still need to go somewhere to look at the cars. Now, I appreciate the price bracket that I look at for my cars. I've got to compromise somewhere. And to be honest, they're all much of a much. They're all quite nice inside. They all are quite comfortable. They are all pretty well built. I'm not too concerned about reliability. They're all pretty much on a par because they all cost about the same. Now, yes, I might have some tendencies perhaps towards Nissan because I've always driven Japanese cars, EV or not, and I quite like the way they are. I know they're not for everybody, but I like that style of car. Do we still need those dealers though? Well, I think probably we do. And I think we need somewhere we can go to actually have that sort of tactile touch and feel and look round and be satisfied that even if we're not spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on a car and wanting every little bit perfect, well, we're still comfortable with the car we buy, because for me, that sort of money is still an awful lot of money. But that said, what's going to happen with the dealers of the future? The dealership that I would have gone to pick that car up had I have ordered it and elected to pick it up from a dealer is part of a group of dealers in Poole, and they're called Westover. I bought my Nissan from them. That was a separate garage, more or less next door to where I'd pick up that one. I think they've also got Fiat, Renault, Skoda probably. They're all, and Toyota, they're all within a quarter of a mile of each other on the same piece of road. And they're all quite big, new, quite nice dealerships. Well, do they really need all those dealerships over all those footprints taking up all that real estate in the future? I don't think they do. I think that we are all heading towards a future of probably buying and ordering online. Now, yes, as I said, we still need to go somewhere, but would it not make more sense for those dealerships to have one very big dealer with an example of each of those cars from all the different brands? So say Westover come together, bring all their brands into one place, and then allow you to look around them, test drive them, make your decision. And yes, of course, I'm sure you could still order there, but you wouldn't need as many staff. And then I could feel comfortable going there thinking, well, I'm not going to get the hard sale, but I'm still going to be able to go away, make my order in my own time, in my own way, and then go back there where I'm comfortable, pick it up, have somebody show me around it and do all the other bits and pieces. I think possibly that is the future. Yes, we might lose that whole haggling side of things, but do we really get that much more for our money nowadays? I think we are heading towards a world of set prices. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this evolves, because clearly Hyundai are very keen on it and they're pushing forward with it, and they're not the only ones. So let's wait and see how that evolves. I personally like it. I do all my shopping on the internet, so I'm happy with that. But how do you feel? Is that something you welcome? Is that where you want the world to go? Or do you like that tactile, personal experience of going to a showroom and speaking to a salesman? I guess it depends on your experiences in the past. Mine haven't always been good, and that's probably why I would be quite happy doing it on the internet. But if your local dealer is very, very good, then I'm sure you would rather go in there and deal with them directly. But either way, let me know. Stick something in the comments. Let's have a bit of a discussion on it as always. I enjoy that. But for now, hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of how it all works. Sorry I couldn't do all the different finance options, but hey, would be here all day. Have a look for yourself. You can see how far you can get before you physically have to put any bank details in. So it looks like you can just have a little play around, see if you can work out any deals for you. But for now, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to like and share. And if you're not doing so already, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, you take care. Bye-bye.